Good morning and welcome to another episode of Got Whips. This is episode 113. I hope everybody's having a great Monday. This is going to be the cross stitch portion of my whips, and then I will record another one with all my yarny. So with the knitting, I think it's just all knitting this time, no crochet. So I'm coming to you from central Wisconsin, where I live with my husband, my mother, and our son and dog. So you may hear the dog today because my husband is off and he is outside doing yard work. And my mom is being quiet right now, so I'm not sure what she's doing, but hopefully the noise is a minimum today. But I wanted to get this done. I've been meaning to do this for the last 3 weeks. I want to thank all new and returning viewers. Thank you for those of you who've reached out and asked how we were doing. Life has gotten very busy for both me and Heather. So Heather's not here today, but she should be returning shortly. And I have a lot of things that I've been doing. Since the last time you saw us, just a little bit of update here. I've been off work since September 8th. A lot of pain in my legs, heard a snap pop in my foot area, went to the doctor, had to have an MRI. Long story short, I ruptured my Achilles tendon in my right foot, which is normally my good foot, and so I have to have surgery on that. And I was already scheduled to have surgery on my left foot, but that has now been postponed until we get the right one. Because I cannot be off where I can't walk on either foot. So, yeah. Moving right along. Let's get into the cross stitch. Since you've seen me and Heather last back in August, for the month of August and a half of September, I did no crafting whatsoever. And then I started crafting again and went crazy. So I'm going to start out with my finishes, and there is 6 of them for cross stitch. So the first one I'm going to do is Prairie Schooler Santa 1985. I'd already done 84. So here is 1985. Sorry for the thread for my serge, but there's that. So I now have these 2 on there. I don't iron until I'm going to finish them, so sorry guys. But yeah, this one I had put 1984 right there. I haven't figured out. I think I'm going to put this one in between the boots for 1985. And then as I was doing these, I got to thinking there's only one family member that didn't get married. That got married before 1984. They were married in 81. So I'm just gonna pick a Santa to do for them. But everybody else, and I mean my aunts and uncles, I'm gonna just do the year of the Santa for them for Christmas. I think next year, so that I can give everybody an ornament. And then all my nieces and nephews, they got married, I can give them one too, their spouses. But I keep all this in my bag that I bought at my local cross-stitching store at the Stitching Bee up in Green Bay. And it's just a local person, and I keep everything in there. All the Santas, besides the 4 that I'm missing, and then all the extra fabric, the flosses for the Prairie Schoolers. I keep that all together in this so that I can just keep this with me when I do want to work on those. So, where am I going to put these? Back here. Okay, then my next one is Funny Snowman. I got off of Etsy, and I will link it down below. But here is Funny Snowman with all his back stitching. I think he is adorable. I don't know how I'm going to finish this one yet. I kind of wanted to do a round, but I didn't leave enough room with other things on here. I gotta get better leaving more room for myself. Like this ornament, I barely have any room. I'm barely gonna have it like that much up here. So I'm thinking he is just gonna be a little pillow. But all DMC, all called for. Like I said, I will link the Etsy. Oh wait, I might have the name of it. I started putting project keys in, or note cards for all my projects. So this is off Etsy from Sweet Arnett. And it's on 14 count, all the called for colors. And I worked on him a total of 6 times before he was done. And I did start him January 25th of this year. So I'm happy to have him already completed and off. So I don't want to zip that while we're on here. My next one is the Year of the Snake from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And there he is. And this is on an 18 count coffee tea dyed by me. And I have enough for the Year of the Horse. I think that's this next year's will be started there, but a lot of the colors carry over there. But yeah, I don't put the year in the lanterns. I just do my own thing, because that way every year I can put him back out in the one of those tier trade little things that I keep on my dining room table. So that's where he will go. Then I finished another cousin's piece that I'm doing for each one of my cousins. There is 5 of us. So I will do one for myself. This one is for my cousin Samantha. She likes the reds and the burgundies. So I just did a DMC 115 for her colorway. And yeah, I'm going to turn all these into pillows. This will be 18. So I have Matthew's done in the blues that you've seen, Courtney's in purples, and then Samantha's in reds. And then I will show you the last 3 later on, because I just recently went and bought those. I'll use this. So my last 2 finishes were, I had got a pattern off Etsy. This time I don't have that wrote down, but I will put it on here. And there's 12 ornaments. So you guys have seen the polar bear and snowman. And this is the reindeer and the penguin. And so I will cut those out and then mount them on paper and put a hang tag on them for Christmas ornaments. And I think I'm going to just put them in a box to take to Christmas for my little cousins, not my little cousins, JJ's little cousins, to pick out which ornament they would like. Oh, I have the hiccups. Sorry, guys. So yeah, I really like, instead of perforated paper, I like to use the canvas, the 14 count. I get it right off of Amazon. All right, so those are all my finishes. And then I have 2 more projects to show you that I've worked on. And the one is my Green Bay Packer Gnome, which I'm doing the gridiron gridlock. And so I'm doing it where I do 10 stitches for every point. If they win, I put an extra 100 on it. And if they win by more than 10, another 100. So potentially an extra 200 if they win by that much. This guy is on 25 count Lugana. And there he is. I will have shown a picture of where he was before. So all I have left is to fill in the football here, his finger there, and then his feet. So not much more. It's like 395 stitches. So not enough for me probably to get next Sunday, but this already has its stitches in it from last night's game. So he got 370 because they won and they had 27 points. So I absolutely love this. I have like 5 more of the Green Bay Packer gnomes to make, so when this guy is done, I'm going to make the others on 20 count. I'm getting better with doing 2/2, but it's with my ice right now. Like, I just got my shots on Thursday. He's kind of hard to see sometimes for me, especially later at night. So, but I think he's turning out really cute. I like in the camera now you can see all the different shades. Like when you're using all those so close together in the whites, it's really hard to see where you were. So, but he is turning out really cute. So maybe 2 more games and this guy will be done. Or I might just finish him off next week so I can get the other one started. Because like I said, I have quite a few to get done. And this lives in a bag that my Aunt Marcia made me. And it has a pocket, so I have more projects back there. And then this guy's in front. And he is also off of Etsy. Did I write down the name of the shop on his card? No Need Design Crafts. All one word. So. And I will try to link them down below. Sorry for the zipper. I opened them all and then I keep trying to close them. And the last one I worked on is Whip into Shape. The Andrew the Runner Stitcher. This is the project I've been doing for that. I have about 200 more stitches to get in to complete to before he was going, when he was going still to Sydney, but then things happened, life, and he had to move. I have not kept track of, you know, the stitching he's done since then, but this is almost caught up. I have, like I said, I have 2,000 more stitches because 1,000 more for Whip into Shape and then 1,000 for my Whip Go. So, and this is from Country Magic Stitch on Etsy, and visit Daggerbaugh. It's a Star Wars one. This is for Heather's youngest son, youngest child. So I'm going to turn it into a pillow for him so he can carry it around. At first, we were thinking in a frame, but if he wants to move it around and show people, I'd rather it be a pillow so it's easy for him. And this is just 18 count white Zweigert that I got at Hobby Lobby. So, put this back in its bag. Alright. So, for the rest of October, I have plans. I'm trying to catch up on my Whip Go and some other things. So, I'm going to show you where my projects are. And all these projects, I'd like to get 500 to 1,000 stitches on before October's over. So this is on the 18 count tangerine that I dyed here at home. And this is going to be Trick or Treat. And what I've been trying to do is just outline everything so that when I have my surgery, I can just come back and do the fill-in. So I would like to, like I said, get at least, I wrote down 1,000 stitches, but anywhere between 500 and 1,000 is what I would like to do. So there's that one. The next one is Tiny Modernist. What is it called? Jolly Balpole. And this is where I'm at right now. So I'm filling in that sign and doing the border. I would like to get more on the border just so I know where I am, so that I could cut off some of the bottom and use it for something else. And I think, I want to recount it, but I think I'm at the bottom right there. And I do where I go do half stitches all the way down and just cross them at the 10s. But I absolutely love this one. And this is on coffee tea dyed 18 count that I did myself. Just got to get these back in their bags. And my next one is by Teresa Kogut, and this is Blue Ribbon. I don't have a cover page for it because it's one of her older books and all it has is the actual patterns. So I'm working on the sheet and then it is complete. And this one is for my husband. It's on 18 count and this is 1/1. I just wanted to see how I liked it. It's a very prim look. I don't feel it gives enough coverage. So I went back to doing 2/1 on 18 count Aida and only do 1/1 on 20. The next one is Gone Fishing. I do have a fully, so that's what it'll look like when it's done. I changed all the colors, and I'm just, it came with the pearl cotton, but I didn't understand how to work with that back then. And so here's my guy. My husband has black fur around his coat and it's dark blue, so that's why I changed the colors there. But it's coming along. I'm sure by getting an extra 500 to 1,000 stitches on this will really make a difference. Or at least I'm hoping to at least get that snow with the fishing hole there and his pole, because I already have his pole. Right there. So that's what I'm hoping for anyways. Next is a long dog. It's I can't pronounce it. I'm not gonna pretend. Hopefully I can find a picture and put it up before this, but here is where it is. I am using Belladonna by Pirate Robin. That is the color. You can't really see the variegation. There you can. So yeah, last time that I pulled this out, I had to rip out all this and then re-put it back in. So hopefully this stitch count is on now and I can keep going to make some good progress on this. And the last one that I would like to get work on for the end of the month. The last one that I need to work on is It's Halloween, and that is by Misty Perel of Luminous Fiber Arts. And this is her Halloween from last year. And I just have a very little start. And this is on all the called for. I got the whole project kitted up from her. And this is Fiber on a Whim. Alfregato. I want to say it doesn't say what count it is. I want to say that I got 18 count. So that's where I am. So hopefully I can get at least the first border done. Maybe another. For 18 count. And then I got the floss also. So. I may need to find a little bit bigger of a bag to put this in. It's in this one, and I have to fold it all the way down. And I got this bag off of a D-stash. And there is no labels in it to tell me who made it. But it is a very cute bag. So that is all my future plans for the cross stitch for October. And I'm still going through my plans for 2026, but we will see. I think I'm gonna do, I for sure will do Whip Go again. But what other things, I don't know. Since the last time I saw you, so for August, I only had 2,861 stitches for the entire month. September was a little bit better. I had 6,678 stitches. And we are just starting October, so we will see where we end up with that. All right. So I hope you all have a wonderful month. I hope you all have fun for Halloween. Stay safe. We have decorated. Maybe I'll throw some pictures in at the end of this. My husband decorated. I just watched. Having both feet, having to be up all the time. Not much I can do to help out right now. So I hope everybody has a great fall, and I will see you in about a month with another update. Have fun stitching, everybody. Bye. Missed a whole section. So I'm gonna insert this before I say goodbye to you all. But shopping. Not a lot, but I have some. So since last time I seen you, I did do the pre-order for the Stitch Me of the Halloween pack that she had come, one of them that she came out with. And I got an eighth of all 4 of her Halloween colors. So, Witching Hour. This beautiful purple. Just love that. And then all lit up. Just trying to open it. It's really pretty. I love oranges. And I had initially wanted to do like 13 new starts in October for Halloween. Don't know if I'll get to that or not, but then this is paranormal. I can talk. Look at that modeling. I love this. The purples, the grays, the blues. These are all 20 counts. In Witch's Brew. Then my August fabric of the month was Jack-o'-lantern. And it's a lighter orange than the all lit up. It's not really picking up the modeling on screen, but it is very pretty. And it's a lot lighter. Like, it is definitely making it darker on screen than what it is. And then for September was Antique Market, and I really, really enjoyed this color. I have no clue what I'm going to put on it yet, but I love it. And there's a ton of modeling in it. The camera is, of course, blowing it out. It's rainy here today, so I have to have the lights on. There. You can see some of the modeling. But I love it. So those are them. Then from Stitch with Housewives, I won a prize. Trucking along. And this I actually am going to give to somebody as a gift because she loves the trucks. And then when I went to Hobby Lobby to get the last of my cousins, for the males in our lives, previously you've seen Born to Hunt, Forced to Work. And I made that one for my husband, but I have plans to make it for my godson Matthew, and then a few of my cousins' husbands. And so I took my mom with me to Hobby Lobby to help me try to find a variegated that was kind of camouflage. So we came up with this. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to try it. And it's 04 in the DMCs. But I'm hoping that it does the effect that I want, and that will work for all of them. Or the start of theirs. So then my cousin's one, I have the orange, which is 51. I would like to do my cousin's piece in this color. My cousin Kayla's, I picked up 107, which is reds and pinks. And then my cousin Jeremiah, he will be 53, which is blacks and grays. So. And then from Silver Creek Samplers, I got Love Came Down. I love a good Christmas ornament with Jesus and Mary and Joseph. And these just spoke to me so absolutely love them. Sorry for the glare. I just don't want to take them out of the... I got Popper. And then I went over to Primitive Gatherings because it's about 45 minutes away from my house. It is the actual closest one to me. They have way more quilting than they do patterns, but this is a pattern from them. And I saw it there and I absolutely love it. And on this one, everything in the red is stitched, but I wanted to do it on red fabric and use Snowball, but then I got to look at the pattern. I don't know if I can do that, so I gotta look at it some more and see if I can do it the way I wanted to, or if I'm gonna have to actually get my favorite red and do it that way. But I love it. Reminds me of the old Christmas cards, so the vintage. Then I am also getting the Year in the Woods 2. This is number 4, the Crow. And then from the Facebook group, what is it called? Cross Stitch Destashing. I got Little Robin's Designs, Straighten Your Crown. I had just seen this on another Flosstube, Mnemomma, and she had done it, and I absolutely loved it. Wanted to make it for my cousin who's battling cancer right now, and it's going to be her 50th birthday. So I want to make this up for her. And her favorite colors are purple and turquoise. And I had the thread. That was the whole reason why me and my mom, there we go, had gone to Hobby Lobby. Was I had my mom help me pick out 2 colors. And it's easier than trying to look through my whole stash because I have the master set. So these are the 2 colors my mom picked out. And I think what I'm going to do is the words and the teal, and then the crowns in the purple. Haven't fully committed yet. I'm just waiting to dye a piece of coffee tea dyed for that part. And then I will decide for sure. I know I'm using that purple for sure, which is 333. And the other one is 3812. I haven't decided. I don't know. I just know that I want that purple for her because it's her favorite. So that I'm going to get started also, because that has to be done by November 1st. And then lastly, from the D-Stash group, I got 1981 Federal Duck Stamp. If your husband or yourself duck hunts, you know you have to get the federal stamp, and they always have really good pictures. So I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know that they had turned the stamps, I think I'm so sorry, into cross stitch. So the lady selling this one had 1981 and then 1989. So I will be looking now for more. But yeah, they're really pretty. To my husband. To me, they're all just ducks. So the Rudy ducks and then Lester as well. So, and that is all of the cross stitch. So I will say again, hope you all enjoy the holiday of Halloween if you celebrate, or if you're kids. And I will see you all in about a month. Thanks. Happy crafting.